everyone, and welcome to another episode of Monkeying Around Reviews. Today we have the Lepotec 24 LED wireless light. Now this is the new upgraded light for 2020, so when you're looking for this light, make sure it says that it is the 2020 version, because it does have some features that the older version does not have. Now speaking of features, 3 features that I really like about this light. One is it has motion detection. So there are 3 modes to the light on the side. There's off, there's on, and then there's a mode that says G, which they say is for night mode. And the way that works is it's basically motion detection at night. As soon as you walk into the room, the sensor on it will see you and it will turn on. It'll stay on for about 20 seconds and then turn itself back off, and it can be used again as soon as you walk by in front of it. It is also rechargeable. There is a micro USB port on the side that you can plug in and charge it whenever it needs it. Also, what's nice about this is you can actually choose the color temperature. There is a select button on here that lets you cycle through the 6 different color temperatures of white that it produces, and you can find the one that is most pleasing to your eye in that room, and you can set it and it actually memorizes it each time. So every time it turns off and on, it'll remember where you've placed it. So let's go ahead and open up this light and see what's inside. So the first thing I notice is this one is a lot longer than the one I had in the past. My last light only had 10 lights in it, and this one has 24. So what's in here? We got a instruction manual. Here is that micro USB cable I was talking about for charging. This right here, this is a magnet, so you can stick this to the wall. This light will stick to the magnet, and then that's how you can mount it, take it off for charging, and then put it back on. Inside, we have some pieces of sticker to help with mounting as well. Another roll of that. And then you actually have the light itself. So right here you have the name Lepotec. This is the sensor, and then you got 12 LEDs on this side and 12 LEDs on this side. On this side of the light, there is the setup button that I was talking about. This is how you cycle through the color temperatures. And then you have the micro USB port for the charging. And then on this side, it's the on-off G switch. And once again, on and off is obvious, and G is what activates your motion sensor, so you can leave this in a dark room, and every time you walk by, it will turn on for 20 seconds. So, super simple to use. It's on off right now, so if I hit on, it turns on. And I can cycle through the different color temperatures here. And like I was saying, it will remember the temperature that it was on when this thing turns off. So once you find that one that works good for the room that you're in, you can just choose that one and leave it. And it goes all the way from a reddish white down to a bluish white. And in the middle there is a really close to pure white that I was noticing. So if we switch this over to off and then back over to G mode here, so it's going to be on, we're going to let it sit, and in about 20 seconds this light will turn off. And there it's off. Now I can't just put something in front of this right now because it is seeing there's light, and this will only work when it's dark. So right now the light that's in this room is making this not want to activate. So that's good. So that means that when you're in a room that you don't need to use this in, it's not going to keep turning on and wasting the batteries. Now you can come up to this manually and hit the on switch and it will come on. And as you see, it's the same temperature as it was earlier. But if you want this to come on and it's in a dark area and you want it to be automatic, you go ahead and switch this to G. This will turn off again in about 20 seconds. And then it'll only work when it's in a dark room. Okay, so I've come to a darker area of the building, and as you can see, the light is off, and it's mounted to a piece of metal. And as you just saw, it turned itself on because I'm moving a little bit, and that sensor actually noticed that I was in here, so it turned on. So I'm gonna step out and step back in, and then you'll see how this thing turns on and off. Remember, there's a 20-second delay for it. All right, so it's turned off completely, and now I'm going to come around the corner. And now, as you saw, when I just happened to get in front of it, it turned itself on. It knew I was there, so here it is lit up. And this thing will stay on for 20 seconds. If I happen to move, it's now going to be 20 seconds from right now. So it's not the 20 seconds after it turns on, it's 20 seconds after it has last seen its last motion in front of it. So if you are using this in a dark closet per se, and you're going back and forth taking care of stuff, grabbing clothes, putting things away, this will stay on the whole time that this sensor happens to see that you're moving in the room. But as soon as you happen to leave the area of that sensor, 20 seconds later, this light's going to turn off. Now, if you notice this thing is sticking all by itself, all I did was touch it right here to this metal plate. The back of this light is actually magnetic. I know that I said earlier that this was magnetic, but this is actually just a piece of metal. You see it's not sticking here. These pieces of stickers you put to the metal, you can put the metal on a wall wherever you want to, and then that gives you a piece of metal for this to attach to. So basically this metal, these stickers, you would go to the wall like this on any wall, and it would stick where you want it to. So obviously I have the electrical panel right here, which is magnetic, so I don't need to use this. It works just fine with any existing metal if you happen to have that in the room you want to use the light. So once again, this has been Monkey Around Reviews with the Lepotec 24 LED wireless light. If you've used a light like this in the past, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Hmm?